So if you're looking for a waterproof jacket that is lightweight and has some great features to it, this could be a good one for you. So today guys, what I've got is the Montane Minimus jacket. It's a jacket that I've had for a couple of years now, and when I got it, I used it for absolutely everything. I feel like I've given this jacket a real hammering. And what I want to do today is talk about my likes and sort of my dislikes of the jacket and who I think it's going to be a really good jacket for. So Montane sell the jacket for £160, and although that's not a cheap jacket, it's definitely not one of the more expensive ones. And I feel, as I'll describe in a minute, that the features you get with the jacket for that price, I think just about justify the price. So it's definitely a lightweight jacket. It comes in at around 228 grams, depending on size, and it packs down pretty much into nothing. The pack size is one of the things I really like about this jacket. So I mentioned it was a waterproof jacket, and Montane have used a material called Pertex Shield Plus in this jacket. And Pertex have a really good reputation and, in my opinion, make some fantastic fabrics. In this particular jacket, the waterproofing is in a 2.5 layer construction. So that means it's really packable and really lightweight. For me, that's been absolutely fantastic. I've had it in pouring rain, high winds, and I've never felt a drop of water through, and I've always felt really protected from the elements. What I really noticed though is when I was running to work on some particularly cold days with wearing the jacket, it was almost dry to the touch on the inside. So to me, that shows that even when I'm running and I'm sweating a lot, it's breathing really well. And one of my favourite things about this jacket was how breathable it was. So the Minimus jacket fits nicely. I went for a size large in the jacket, and I've got about a 40-inch chest and I'm 5'10". For me, I sort of felt like I fitted between the medium and the large. So as I was going to be using it mostly for running, I prefer a slightly looser fit for running, so I went for the large instead of the medium. So also in terms of the fit, the arms are nicely articulated. They swing well when you're walking and running in the jacket. There's a nice reach to the jacket as well, so when you lift your arms up, the jacket doesn't ride up too much, which it still gives you protection, which is nice. And other little things I like about the fit, the cuffs, the top of the cuff is slightly longer than the bottom of the cuff. So it just means it gives you a little bit of extra protection from the elements on the top of your hand there. So one thing I would have liked to be a little bit different with the jacket is the drop tail at the back. I didn't think it was quite long enough. I found this jacket quite a short cut on me. I would have liked a little bit more protection at the back for running and walking, as I found myself pulling the jacket down quite a bit. However, you know, if you're doing something like scrambling or climbing, I dare say that shorter cut is quite useful. So moving up to the top of the jacket, the hood is amazing. It is one of my favourite features of the jacket. 3 points of adjustment and a really big wire brim. It just, once you've cinched it in, it just gives you really good protection from the elements, and yet when you go to move your head, it clings on there and gives you good visibility still. In addition to that, the chin guard comes up to a really nice level as well. It gives you a nice sort of protection from the elements. So the Minimus jacket has a full length zip to it, and that's a YKK Aqua Guard coil zip. And it's kept the rain out really well for me. But if it didn't keep the rain out so well, Montane have included a little storm baffle behind the zip, and that even has a little gutter for the rain to run down on it as well. So the one pocket we have on this jacket is a chest pocket just on the left hand side of the jacket. It has a coil YKK zip and a little D-ring to secure items like keys to. It's also a mesh backed pocket, so that means you can use it for a bit of an additional venting if needed to. My sort of one issue with this pocket, and I didn't think I'd ever say this on a jacket, is it's almost too big. I've had a few occasions where I've just put little items in the pocket and they sink to the bottom and become quite difficult to get out. So the final little couple of features to mention, we've got Velcro cuffs, so you can cinch them in to keep the elements out or for a bit of venting. There is some tiny bits of reflective detail on the jacket like you'd expect. And at the bottom of the jacket, we have 2 draw cord pulls, one on each side. So the big thing for me to talk about now is the durability of the jacket. I bought this jacket about 2 years ago, I think it was, and I used it for absolutely everything. I used it for running to work, I used it for commuting, I used it for walks, I used it whenever it was raining, I washed it quite frequently as well. So I really gave this jacket a hammering, and I would say it held up fantastically well. So after about 6 months, what I noticed was some of the waterproof material on the inside had the appearance that it had worn away. I must admit it's never let water through for me, but it seems like it's wearing away. The other thing I noticed after about 6 months is the taping on the jacket along the seams to keep it waterproof. That had started to peel away and come away from the jacket. 6 months for a jacket that costs £160. To a lot of people that won't sound fantastic, but I want to go into a bit of detail with this, so bear with me. I thrashed this jacket. I used it for absolutely everything. I believe I used it more than the jacket is intended to be used for. So for me, it's a lightweight jacket to put in your bag over summer, just in case it rains. Or if you're wanting to travel light and fast for any reason, if you're doing a multi-day activity where you've got to carry all your equipment, that would be occasional use. That would be once a month, maybe not even once a month using the jacket. Whereas I pretty much had this on my back every single day. So I would say for most people using this jacket, I would expect them to get about 2-3 years out of the jacket, and then it becomes a lot more accessible. I'd probably argue the kind of person this jacket's aimed at probably already has a waterproof jacket, a more substantial one, and they're using this one as a lighter weight backup, so then the life would be extended even more so as well. So although I've only had a very short use out of it, that for me doesn't say that it's a jacket that's lacking in durability. I think it performs really, really well and holds up really, really well. So I've talked about pretty much everything on this jacket now, and what I want to do is just summarize my likes and dislikes about the jacket. First of all is the Pertex Shield Plus, the waterproof material in the jacket. It's super waterproof and it's always been really breathable for me. So I feel like for higher intensity activities, it works really well. The second thing I like about the jacket is how lightweight and packable it is. It weighs nothing. It packs down really small. You can get jackets that are lighter, but it's by no means a heavy jacket. The final thing I like about the Minimus jacket is the features it's got, but I'll narrow that down to the hood. And for me, a good hood really makes a jacket stand out. For how lightweight this jacket is, the hood is absolutely fantastic. So this jacket for me doesn't really have any major dislikes. There's 2 little things I would like to be different about the jacket. The first is I would like the material to be a stretch material. And when I bought this jacket, there wasn't a stretch version available. However, there is a stretch version now, and I think it's about £10 more expensive. I think it would just feel so much nicer. So get the stretch version. It's £10 extra. You'll much prefer it. The other thing, when I was talking about the fit, I mentioned the drop tail at the back and the length of the jacket. I feel like for myself, it's a little bit short, but there's going to be lots of people out there that find the length really good. So I can't put it as a major dislike. It's more of a quibble that I had. So who do I think this jacket would be really good for? The first and the obvious thing is anyone doing a high intensity activity in bad weather. So trail running, walking, climbing, scrambling, anything like that. It'll give you really good protection and be really breathable. So the other market I think this fits really well into is the long distance walking market. So if you're, or through hiking, I think they call it in America. So if you're looking to save every gram you can for an item to be really packable, but still have a great feature set, that would definitely fit into this sort of category. And I think people doing the coast to coast, Penang Way, that sort of thing, they would really enjoy this jacket. So I think it's pretty clear that I've really enjoyed the jacket and would definitely recommend it for other people looking for this kind of jacket. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, you can subscribe. And I hope to see you next time.